Mary Robinson, and that was so interesting. I could have continued listening for an hour. I'm so sorry to have interrupted you. Manuel Aranda da Silva has a plane to catch, so I'm going to ask him to come up next. Where are you? There you are. Please come up. He is, of course, Deputy Executive Director of the World Food Programme, but he is going to talk to us about weather index insurance, an important workshop. What has that got to do with food?
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the privilege to be the chair of a workshop and be the only one in that room that didn't know anything about the subject. So, and I have the privilege to report back to you. Our workshop we divide in two sections. A first section in the morning where we discuss the prospects for development and disaster management of weather index insurance. And the second one in the afternoon that was very interesting on is that sustainable. And we have present on that workshop over 30 people from researchers, private sector, different international organizations, and was a real good stocking where we are on that. A year ago, the major implementers of the index insurance met at the inaugural roundtable at last year's GHF to discuss the promise of index insurance, an emerging technology that had shown promise when integrated with broader risk management strategies. Although a complex tool, it is time to move forward in a broader, though cautious manner. More than 10 countries are doing it by now, in different continents, in different ways, and with different results. We discussed two types of applications: disaster management, early and reliable resources to governments to aid in more timely response, like is the case in Ethiopia and Caribbean today, and development to enable farmers to have access to financing, as it is the case in Malawi, India, and Nicaragua. While there are several dozen pilots already ongoing, there are only a few examples of index insurance, weather index insurance, working at large scale, mainly in India. Insurance works best at large scales because it is designed to spread and pool risks. For example, index insurance in the Caribbean premiums are 30% less than it would be for an individual country. Through development of these markets, it has increased access to financial service. The question was whether index insurance can fulfill its promise to reduce poverty at large scale in a sustainable manner. Out of the inaugural GHF, it was decided that what we need to do was a stock taking, a collective getting together the different experience of index insurance implementers, researchers, private sector, donors, NGOs, and humanitarian agencies. This is now being pulled together into this publication that I recommend you to read. If you don't understand what it is, it's simple. It's just bring insurance to those who have no access to insurance. And how we do it in a way that is not individual, that is simple and is transparent. And this has been launched, this book, during this event here. The report looks to specific challenges and opportunities of index insurance. In today's discussion, we look specific at this challenge and the sustainability of insurance. We discussed the role of index insurance as an important adaptation mechanism and agreed that index insurance can act as an adaptation mechanism by transferring and reducing risks. We had three recommendations mainly. The first one is it's about time to move and scale up this tool. In order to do that, we should be based on demand from farmers mainly, and the solutions need to produce tangible benefits for farmers in a sustainable way. And that is possible, as is already demonstrated in some of the pilots. We also trace that there are some constraints in some areas of the world. We need to have global public goods to make these markets to work. And one of them is weather data and weather stations. And we discussed this yesterday, how we have a project to move that very fast, particularly in Africa, where this is a big constraint. And Finally, we recommended that we need to get together in a regular manner, in an informal manner, with a broader network than the specialists, and get this to the ground as fast as possible. Thank you very much.
Well, that was very clear indeed. Thank you very much, Manuel. And even I understood it.